Finally, hope a very, very good evening to you wherever you are watching from. Kamaka, welcome to the Birthday Show in the 254. And you already know what I'm talking about. My make. What's your make? This is where we host successful leaders from different backgrounds to come and get to tell us what they do on a daily basis to make a living. Above all, they get to tell us, they get to mentor, inspire, and transform the lives of the youths. Kama kawa, apologies sana man, last Sato hatuku manage to come live due to some unavoidable circumstances, if I can say. Anyways, as usual, tuko live from the Emory Hotel. It is a place you should be paying a visit, I'm telling you, so that you get to check out to access our incredible services, offers, and so forth. So juu ya hiyo story, fika pale IG Emory Hotel, get to check our weekend offers, man. Leo being a Sato, you know what I'm saying. Anyways, kama dawa, according to your requests, the one and only Chairman Kusa ako in the building, and he is also an entrepreneur na pia incoming president University of Nairobi. Anyways, so be part of our conversation. Tuambie, what do you think? Like, what do you want to know or to hear from him? So andika hapo hivyo kwenye comment section, then when akianza kubonga, you'll get to respond to all those. Anyways, before we get into it, let's take a very quick commercial break. When we come back with the one and only Mr. Chairman Rulo. Yep, welcome back. Kama venye umechekio vida, make sure una follow the Emory Hotel for more amazing and incredible services as usual. So when nilikuwa nimekushow kando na to join, there is my make sure, and today being a Sato in the building, we have the one and only the Chairman Kusa, and also he is the incoming chair University of Nairobi, or you can call it a president. Yeah. So, yes, mister, like how you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you for having me.
They say you got these days.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
That's the trend.
Nice to have you.
Thank you for having me as well, Eddie. Yeah, it's my pleasure and honor to be here.
All right.
Yes.
So let me know, how was your response when you received an invite to this show?
You know, I always feel honored to share with the people out there my story, to share about what I'm doing.
Okay.
Because, you know, we, the youth, we are the future of tomorrow, and we live to inspire other people. Because if you live inspired alone, then you do not stand to make the future generations better.
Okay.
So it's my great honor, and I was really happy to get your invite to be on this show, and I think it's going to be a good thing.
Hold on, just a minute. You've said that we are the youths of tomorrow. Is it really tomorrow or today? You know, last time I hosted the incoming governor, UN as well, Mr. Edwin, and they said we are the youths of today. So are we youths of today or tomorrow?
Now, by virtue, we are youth right now.
Okay.
And major roles that are held in this country, whether in the corporate world or in government, are held by old people, or rather the aged. Okay. Now, for us to be able to brace into such like positions, we need to set a very great background and a very standard background while we're starting. So we are the youth, but we say we are the youth. We are the leaders. We have to brace ourselves as the leaders of today, not like politicians or other leaders tell us that youth are the leaders of tomorrow. Well, we are the leaders of tomorrow. There is nothing they are doing for us for the case of empowering us into embracing those positions. So by virtue, whatever you said is true, and I cannot go contrary to it.
Okay. So you really think that the government is giving chances to youths to be leaders of today?
Yes, I think it's something that is really coming up as a result of the 2010 Constitution. I think youth have been given a platform where they can be able to shine.
Okay.
Because I've seen so many youth are coming up in the positions of MCAs. We have others in positions of MPs, and I think very soon we are going to have majority of them at the senatorial. And I think this is a good trend. It's a good trend.
Indeed. So talking about youth and leadership and so forth, you are the incoming maybe chair of UN as well. What made you decide to be the one?
Leadership is a calling.
Okay.
And once you have the conviction and you want to be transformative, you do not transform while you're in the bedroom. You have to come up and offer your services on the ground.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're ready to offer the services to?
Yes, I have the conviction. Okay. I have the belief that I'm able and I'm capacitated to deliver nothing but the best for the comrades of the University of Nairobi.
That's so interesting, man. A very special shout out to my comrades wote wenye wana watch, especially UON kama ka UON. So bro, let me know, which is your dream car though?
It's a very interesting question.
Okay.
But again, I'm not much into researches of cars, or I'm not a good. That's not like my genre. I'm like when I get the money and I'm able to do this, that's the time when I'll choose what I want.
Okay.
Yes.
So for now, it's pending.
For now, it's pending.
All right. Let me know what's so interesting, or what are you proud of about your background?
What I'm proud about my background is the fact that I always am able to become what I want to be, or I'm able to be the best.
Okay.
From where I come from, I've been given a platform where I do what I want, and whatever I've been able to do comes out perfectly. So you know in life you always strive to be the best version of yourself.
Indeed.
And I think from my background they have given me that platform to be the best version of who Nick Soita is.
Indeed.
Yes.
I agree with you. So talking about youths and so forth, I think you're the chair, KUSA. That's you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like what do you think? How can I say? Which kind of evidence are you having that indeed you're serving those youths the way they should be served?
Now, leadership is about empowerment, and it's about being able to identify the people you're taking charge of. And one thing I always do is to identify with my people. We are in constant communication. We are in communication with the county government of Kakamega to ensure that our students who are studying in various campuses are getting bursaries.
Okay.
We also looking into creating a model that is going to empower these students when it comes to the financial part of it. At the end of the day, we are not just looking at something that is going to brace us for today, but something that is going to brace these students at the end of their career in the university.
Okay.
So we are coming up with an economic model for the young people who are in the university, which is going to enable them to think beyond today. When we look at the bigger picture, you are able to evade the challenges that are there. I remember some time back, the president of Kenya, His Excellency Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, said that we cannot prepare for the future, but we can prepare the youth by giving them the skills that they'll need to combat the challenges of the future. So I think that is one thing that we need to put into consideration, and I think it's a model that we are working on, and very soon it shall be on the ground.
That's true. You mentioned about our president. Tell me what you like about him, about his leadership and so forth.
One thing I can say I like about him is the fact that he has acknowledged the role of the youth in the country. and has acknowledged the fact that the youth are the majority population. You know, in every leadership there is always whatever will stand out and whatever will not stand out. And sometimes we tend to look too much on the negatives and forget about the positives that are there. I think one thing is recognize the role of the youth. That's why we are having very young youth CASs. And I think going into the future, it's a trend that is going to be very common.
Okay.
That's one thing I think I like about the guy.
Okay. Personally, you've worked and you've met a lot of youth so far. So let me know, what are the complaints that you've had from these youths that you've met or you've worked with so far?
Now, most of the youth are very. Some we have to be very honest. They are lazy. They are not ready to challenge themselves to trying out new things. You know, while you always stand there and you are waiting for opportunities to be given to you, that is so much. That is backward. I think it's time when the youth came out and they are talking about job creation, talking about how the role they play when it comes to the leadership of the country. I think one of the many challenges they are talking about is lack of money. Lack of money. So, you know, money runs everything, and by virtue, if you don't have it, in a way, you're doomed.
Indeed.
So when they complain about it, they complain that there are no jobs.
Okay.
But I think it's we are the carriers of the Kenyan dream.
Okay.
And if we can own the Kenyan dream, I think we can create an enabling environment that makes us to become better people. We become more creative. We look at the informal sector when it comes to whatever you're doing. For example, many youth are going into the online sector, which is something very splendid, something very encouraging, and something showing that the future is really luminous.
Okay.
So one thing I can say to them is that they need to come out of the comfort zone. You cannot wait for something to come and look for you wherever you are. You have to go out there and look for it.
So in other words, you're trying to say that if they come up out of their comfort zone, they are no longer going to complain. Is that true?
Everything, and you must agree. You'll have to agree with me that even while you started whatever you're doing here, you'll have challenges.
Okay.
But you know, while youth are talking about being are in their comfort zone, some of them they are not ready to face such like challenges, or once they face that challenge, they are like, "Ooh, it's the end of the world." Well, that's not the case. I think they need to be more resilient, more intrinsically driven to their dreams and visions. Yes.
I know lazy youths is not the right term to use, but what should be done to them so that they'll, you know what I'm saying? They'll just move from their comfort zone. What do you think should be done?
What needs to be done is, for example,
personally, you would not love to work with a lazy mind or with a lazy youth. Is that true? Sure. So what should be done? Do we need just to reject them now that they are lazy?
Now, you know, first of all, when you're a leader, you accept everybody as they are.
Okay.
But again, there are some things that are just out of this world, and if you brace them, then you bring a downfall to yourself.
Sure.
A person, you have to understand what you want for yourself. You know, once you understand what you want for yourself, you'll know what you need to do to get yourself wherever you want to go.
Indeed.
So then we talk about being lazy not being an option. You will know what you want to do.
Okay.
No, so it should not be an option unless you know where you want to go, but there's nothing you're doing.
Okay.
Of which that will be creating castles in the air, and you'll be going nowhere.
Okay.
Yes. So it's people to understand themselves, where they need to go, where they come from, what they need to do. There are some things you just need to do. And if you wait for somebody to come and inject that in you, it's impossible. I cannot come and inject in you that you know, I'll talk to you. Yes, it's you to take that whatever I've told you and know whether you are going to implement it or not.
Got you. So talking about that, the chief executive KCFB, Mr. Ezekiel Mutua, is no longer on powers. You know, what's your views? When we say you follow things as they are, so if he's not there, it means he's no longer there, and we have to embrace the new norm and to embrace the new guy who is taking charge of the office. You know, there are so many controversies surrounding how he's been running the office, and you know, while the whip cracks on you, there's nothing you can do. So they ain't much I can be able to say. Your personal view, you think that he has been supporting really Kenyan art the way it should be?
To some extent, yes, and to some extent, no. Because to an extent, he seems to be sort of a dictator. Because he, you have, he said in a certain interview that art has no money, and he was bashing Eric Omondi over the same issue. I think he's to some extent, he's not a fair guy, and I think we need somebody who is more focused, somebody who is youth oriented. For him, I think he's more personal than the people he's in charge of.
Okay.
So I think the person who should have replaced him should have been we shouldn't have been given an old man, or we should not be given an old man.
He is an acting. He's just acting. Maybe a youth will replace on that
We just
position.
wait and see.
Anyways, Kamaka Kamada, wherever you are watching from Kamaka, there is my Make Show, and we come live hapa hivi kwa YouTube na FB each and every Saturday na Sunday 5:30 all the way to 6 p.m. So right about now tuko na the one and only Chair Kusa, na pia is the incoming chair pale UN. So wase wa UN, shout out to you. Anyways, let's take a very quick break. When we come back, then tutajua more about the one and only Mr. Chair, who is also an entrepreneur. So let's do this. Can brighten your future as well. So without forgetting, Kandu na to join, we are live from the Emory Hotel. Tuko best hapa hivi Kileleshwa, Kandara Road. So make sure pia unatupea a visit so that you get to check out our amazing offers and services as well. So yes, getting back to you, Mr. So I want to know, like, so far so good. Umekuwa ukiwork sana na my youth, let me say Kakamega region, what's the main challenge have you faced, you as a chair?
The challenge number one is living out to the expectations of the people you are in charge of.
Okay.
Sometimes the people have a lot of expectation from you, while whatever can be offered by your office is very dismal. So I think going forward, there is a need to increase the funding of these organizations, so that we are able to at least finance some of the programs for the comrades that are from that end, to finance their bursaries and everything. I think the major problem is being able to live up to the expectations of those people, while we do not have the full support of the county government to be able to do the same.
Okay. And what's the biggest lesson you've learned, you being in leadership?
The biggest lesson I've learned is being an impactful leader that is empathetic. You understand your people. You have to go to the ground and know what your people want, and try in as much as possible to help them in whatever way you can.
Okay.
I think the biggest lesson is that servant leadership is important and is of key.
Well, I'm not trying to assume that leadership came to you just naturally, but maybe you have a mentor or something?
Yeah, I have so many mentors, and most of them are Africans.
Okay.
Yeah, starting with Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela is my icon when it comes to the leaders in Africa. And I think the bigger role he played to the ending of apartheid in South Africa showed that Africa is a place to be, and Africa can be able to produce the best in the world.
Okay. Well, apart from leadership, I think you are an entrepreneur as well. Being an entrepreneur, and that's also leadership, I think, because under you gotta have some people you're guiding, you know what I'm saying? So let me know, like, as an entrepreneur, what made you decide to do the kind of business that you're doing?
First thing, when it comes to business, the things you have to take into cognizance, you need to have the idea, and you need to have the capital for the same.
Okay.
So first of all, I started by venturing into a service industry where I was only required to give my service rather than having a capital that was to jumpstart the business.
Okay.
Before I settled for the online space works, I had so many ideas and I had so much to do, but funding was the major problem. But well, while you still you remain engrossed to the fact that if you don't have money, you cannot start a business, then you will not grow. So I was like, what can I be able to do from the way I am, what I know, to be able to grow into something big. So I started from that point.
Okay.
I started with zero budget.
Okay.
Yes. So I was offering a service so to get funds in return. So at the end of the day, even if I get one client, if I get two, it's a profit because I've not injected anything into it other than my time and my commitment.
Okay. So let me know, how is your business helping the youths?
For now, we've been able to, we have been running for the last 8 months.
Okay.
10 Miles Ahead is the company I run, and it started late last year, around November. And from that time, we have been able to reach out to reach over 50. I've trained the ones that we are working with at the moment are about 50 of them.
Okay.
50 of them, yeah. So in a way, we think we have been able to make an extra, to make a very big stride and mile. Yeah.
All right. Now, leave alone the incoming chair of UN. If you're given a chance maybe to be a president of the Republic of Kenya, which one thing are you going to change?
One thing I will really look into is financially empowering the youth.
Okay.
Financially empowering the youth.
Okay.
And I will work on a system, everything, either good morals or vices are born within the learning institutions.
Okay.
So you can either bring out a good person or a bad person when it comes to from the university. One thing I would do is to ensure that I reduce the fee or even effect a policy of free university education, so that many people are able to. In as much as it might seem difficult from the beginning, but I know with the time it might be able to impact many people. So we would have we would increase literacy levels, and when a country is highly literate, the chances of growing the economy are big. And then looking at programs or coming up with projects that will help these comrades when it comes to financial status. For example, we have the government has set up Ajira Digital within the institutions.
Yep,
I think that is one of the things that I would really ensure the comrades know about.
Okay.
And again, I would ensure that there is financial literacy among the people. There are people who have money but they don't know how to use it, or they don't know how to save, or they don't know how to even use it for the good of their own future.
Okay.
So I would really invest in the young people.
Okay.
Yes.
So let me know, how are you balancing? So far, you're the chair, UN, you're the incoming, you're the chair, KUSA, you're the incoming chair, UN, you're the founder of your company. So how are you balancing all this with your studies?
It's a very simple thing, and right now we're currently on a long holiday, so it's no big deal. I'm able to handle the other elephants with their very horn. Plus, I believe in creating systems that make your business run minus you.
All right.
So right now, while I'm here, my business is still running, and I still expect things to happen as I want them to be.
Okay.
So in creating systems, you are able to become independent from your business. So it still runs. I have managers who assist me in everything.
Okay.
Yes.
Right now, youths from different areas, they are watching this show. What kind of message are you having to them right now as you use the camera?
Yeah, one thing I would wish to say to the youth out there is that we are the future of this country, and we need to wake up right now. We need to get into political positions. Next year we're getting into the political. We are already in a situation of political. The atmosphere is full of politics. So let's see many youth coming out to become leaders. We cannot make any change while we are in the bedroom or we are in the background. we need to be there so that we champion for others. I believe if we have many youth going for the positions of MCAs, going for the positions of MPs, going for the positions of senators and even governors, we stand a better chance of salvaging of our country, salvaging the youth institution, the institution of comradeship, and I think we stand a better position of fighting the challenges that are coming in future. Plus, again, when it comes to financial basis, let us look let us interact and come up with ideas. I think it's time when we engage our minds, we engage our brains, so that we are able to save the future. If we remain reluctant and wait upon the government to give us jobs and to give us internships or anything, I think we are missing on that. Let us come out. It is our time to shine, and I believe the future is luminous. The future is luminous. So at 10 miles ahead, we train people on digital marketing. We train you on content writing. So if you wish to be trained, I think there is a link we are going to give you down there. You can be able to follow it so that you are able to see what we do. You can even be part of us. We welcome everybody on board. Together we can. Thank you.
Yep, so hivyo ndo iko umesikia from the one and only the chair Kusa hapo hivyo, na pia ni incoming chair pale UN, wasewa UN is pia the founder of his company. Anyways, venye umesikia hapo down kuna link, make sure una click hiyo link so that you get to join ka una hiyo story ya online digital and so forth. Anyways, a very special shout out to you man kwa kutujoin since tuanze show hadi saa hii tumekakata design kai. Acha tupatane tena kesho with the one and only, utajua tu. So right about now, make sure una follow Emory Hotel pale IG, Nibs College na pia Advocate 254 Entertainment. Let's do this again kama kawa. Yeah, nimekuwa boy wenu Advocate 254.